my dear ones. This is a timeless, near personal love and spirituality reading for whomever is guided to watch it with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. The reading is this reading in particular is dedicated to MAYRA that made a donation for the channel to get more content like this. Thank you so much, MAYRA, for making this reading happen. And I will start shuffling your cards. I used the Tarot of Love by Marcia Perry. So when I open your deck here, I see transformation, death together with the moon. Many people might be feeling strange energies at this time. Just let it come to the surface. Don't be scared of it. Because this is going to help you into evolving into your next stage. But first we need to heal. We need to be aware of what is in our subconscious, the things that are next to do on our to-do list when it comes to healing. And to become aware of it, we need to allow ourselves to feel the vibration, the pains, maybe let certain memories come to surface, or it can come by us watching a movie, reading a book, talking with a friend, and things might come up, or we can have a conflict with someone and we realize this is the same conflict I have had with people since the beginning of time, and then you find your wound the next in line to be healed. And that's so beautiful, because this is how the world shows us where we need to work on ourselves, where we need to heal. So I call the divine with love and light, and here we have King of Nuggets together with the moon. So this is very healthy, and this is very stable, and it's not the kind of maybe acute pain that you felt before when you felt pain. I think now you are much better equipped to deal with this. And you are dealing with it like this king. You are taking it as valuable things. When you get triggered by people, know that this points to your healing. When you get triggered by situations, know that this points to your wound so you can heal it. And so this is, I'm feeling this part of you is really kind of really honoring the things that comes to surface here by the moon. So I called the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and here we have Judgment, the Call, and King of Nuggets. So there's a reason to you being here, and this right now is kind of it. You're here to discover yourself, discover the world, find out who you are. I'm hearing a song, who you are and kind of who you are not. And it's so beautiful. So I'm going to write up the song before I forget it. See here, it has come true before on this channel, and it's they are singing I'm not giving up on us even if the time get tough. And in that song they sing this with I needed to find out who I am or who I not, and whatever. So King of Nuggets and Judgment. So it shows really you have become much more grown up, or really grown up. You have good sense of what's good for you, what's not good for you. The King of Nuggets protects themselves as well. They just don't let anyone just feed off them. They have their self-respect, and this is being able to have good judgment and being very wise. So I call the 4 archangels, and we have the Prince of Rods together with the King of Nuggets. So with this boat, I'm still looking up. I think in the song is I'm still looking up. So you're still so devoted to your spiritual journey, even if the divine has put you through hell, you're still looking up. You're still, okay, so what's my next assignment? It's very beautiful, it's very loyal, and it's very courageous. And Prince of Rods, it's all that, very courageous on one's spiritual journey, and really putting like the gas down to move ahead towards your next assignment. So you're just waiting. Okay, so I'm ready. Let me know what I'm supposed to do. So 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading. For my dear viewers, 8 of Rods, Princess of Nuggets. Yes, definitely a new beginning here. 3 of Blossoms. 10 of Blossoms. I'm thinking you are giving more energy towards the relationship that's really favorable for you in your life. Instead of wasting a lot of energy onto people that might not really honor you, you have now become like you are the king of nuggets living in this castle. So much more in self-respect and totally ready to begin a new amazing journey in love. So now you're much better on choosing the kind of relationship that will benefit you. I don't say that these old relationships didn't benefit you. As I said, them and the divine kind of put you through hell. But as you are learning, you don't need the same lessons over and over. Okay, you can do this ascension that we saw in the first 2 cards. The transition and the evolution. Okay, so I'm just going to tune in here for a few seconds to you and your situation. So this is your future there. This is your now, and this is the past. And in the past we have the 7 of Rods. So you never kind of really gave up. Even if you had to give up a dream, you didn't really give up the fight. The 7 of Rods is it's Mars in Leo, so it's a warrior energy, but it's not the kind of warrior that looks for a fight. It's just someone that can stand a fight if necessary. So we can see that there has been a split between you and the people that maybe you weren't able to really get along with in the way that you wanted. Okay. So, and this is in the now, and we have also the Princess of Rods. Very beautiful. Again, it shows your beautiful readiness to go where the divine wants you to go. You are like this pioneer sent on a road, and you're also helping the people that comes after you. By learning the things you do, you are also able to teach the people that comes after you or steps in your footsteps, and spreads like rings on water. If you are able to solve one thing, your neighbor will be able to solve that one thing too. So, and this is 10 of Blossoms here in your future. It looks a little bit like a clown with the third eye opened. And maybe this is what you will become. I'm feeling the sense almost of a Tibetan monk with having the happy face and the sad face, and being able to both embrace the good and the bad, and having your third eye totally opened. Beautiful. Okay, so we start here with the past, and we have Prince of Lightnings. So Prince of Lightnings, there's some crude messages that have come true, and it was like truths that needed to come to you, and the person delivering them might have been what we would perceive as a bad person, a mean person, or someone that didn't have your best interest at heart. But in the end, they kind of enlightened you. So they did a good deed, even if it didn't feel particularly nice. And here we have also the King of Lightning. And this shows that this person didn't mean from their soul to hurt you, but they had to hurt you to give you the knowledge. Okay, that's what I'm feeling there. And then we have also the Father, and so they came to kind of fight with you until you chose yourself, until you were able to protect yourself, until you were able to install this masculine energy. So this was what they were trying to provoke you to create, and they don't know it, but their soul knows it perfectly. Okay, and here we have the 5 of blossoms, so it's a little bit heartbreak and disappointment going on there, and the 4 of nuggets. So even if you are disappointed on this relationship and on this person, they gave you this stable fort, okay, the castle that we saw when I shuffled the cards. And you have also become the king of nuggets to live in this castle. You have installed someone that can take care of you, that can feed you, that can see to that you have a roof over your head, and that you have food on the table, and that's you seeing to that. It's not someone else. This is you. You were forced to become very independent, and to install a grown-up inside of yourself that could shelter you. But there's a little bit heartbreak going on with this person or these people. It might be several different people that came together to give you a kind of awful lesson. But when the lessons are learned, you stand there with the castle and you're a king in your own castle. So it wasn't all that bad. Okay. And this is in the now, and we have the Tower card, and it goes very well underneath the Prince of Lightnings that gives this crude insights, and then the Ace of Nuggets. So after this this kind of tower moment, and we can see here it has to do with your lungs. So I think there was some kind of old sadness that were able to be released, because to avoid an old sadness, you tried to cooperate with people that were not particularly easy to cooperate with, but you tried to obtain something. You tried to heal heartbreak, I would say, but it's a long break, heartbreak. You try to heal this with taking that person and making them good. And that is how we can see in so many different archetypal stories, fairy tales, movies, books, how, and also installed in us, like really installed in our spine almost, that we want to take a bad person or a bad situation and make it right. And this is so integrated inside of us that we want to do that. And it has been really hard probably to let go of this idea that you can fix someone. You can fix the situation if you are the sole person dealing with the situation. You usually can fix it. If it's many ingredients with a lot of different people involved, it can sometimes be hard to fix it, because we have so different opinions about things. But we can take very good care of ourselves and create beautiful things in our life. And this is what you have learned, maybe, that sometimes we need to give up on certain people, but we shouldn't give up on ourselves and our castle. I'm seeing so many different images passing through here. I'm seeing there's a Netflix series about life after death, and it was a girl there that had brain cancer or brain tumor, and her safe place was a castle. So when she saw the pre-death visions that part of the series was all about, it was taking place in a castle. And this is important. It has to do with your sense of security, and it's from that place that you can operate, being very true to yourself in the world if you have this castle installed inside of you. And then also we have the Master, and this comes underneath the Father, and then we have the Master 405 is the expression of the divine masculine. And the divine masculine inside of you as an archetype should be your outer shell, your protective shell. So it's the people that takes firm decisions, that have boundaries, self-respect. They also go to old knowledge and see, okay, what have I learned from this situation? So I know how to deal with this situation now. So we don't have to fall into the same pitfall over and over and over again. Okay, next is the Queen of Nuggets. Queen of Nuggets, she is kind of the wife and comes underneath Five of Blossoms. This is a little bit weak part in this story. It shows your old self, nothing wrong with your old self, but your old self that was so ready to give, and you accepted a lot of heartbreaks and disappointments for just one lucky strike or one lucky moment. So you were able to accept a lot of shitty things for just that one day that your partner were nice, or that one day when the co-workers didn't make a mess of what you were trying to achieve, or that one thing. Okay, so we see Two of Rods. So I'm thinking you're still struggling a little bit with holding your fort here. I'm seeing great many signs of you wanting to reinstall maybe a person from your past in your now, because you feel you have come to that place when you're ready to forgive and try it all over again. You're kind of turning the other cheek. It's not a bad thing. It just shows that you have come to a certain place of healing, but you also come to a certain place of forgetfulness, where you forget about the bad things that happened that you don't want to repeat. So that's what I'm seeing so far. It's not a bad thing per se. It's just where you are at the cycle. It's just different on different parts of your cycle. There are different challenges. And now it's the challenge. Before it was the challenge of continue the war until you had your castle. And now when you have your castle, you're starting to become a little bit nostalgic. And you need to remember to, hold your fort, so you don't say to the enemy, yes, welcome in, take whatever you want. It's fine, okay? So, and here we have a Prince of Nuggets. And so I'm thinking this is the person who might be invited in your castle. And it doesn't seem too bad. It's energy of a person that's being a little bit careful, not throwing themselves into a situation, and but it's a little bit like in the calmest water there's the ugliest fishes, or that's how we say in Sweden anyway. So it's in the calmest water. I'll see here. Yes, I think that's the ugliest fishes. Okay, and then we have the Eight of Rods. We saw this before, and it comes underneath King of Lightning, new beginning, and like solving an old issue. So here it comes. Some song where they singing Here It Comes. It's the old thing here where you always stumble. I don't know at all what this song is, so I'm going to have to search for it. Here it comes. It comes a certain place in time when you are ready to do your old mistakes again. And it's not that you have to say no to this person or throw them out of your castle. For every lap we go on our circular road, we are learning new and new things. And we need to repeat the cycle until we have learned all the things that we were supposed to learn. So you can't avoid the lesson. If you avoid the lesson with this person, or you avoided the lesson with this person, then this person comes and you have to do it with them instead. And if you don't do it with them, you'll have to do it with another person, and so on and so forth. So it's better to get it done. It's just remember to hold your fort and to not start over giving, because your pain is not as dangerous as other people's pain, and that you can take a lot and they are so delicate, and so we need to be so careful with them. be careful with yourself. And here we have the Princess of Nuggets. So here they are, Prince of Nuggets, Princess of Nuggets, Eight of Rods. They want a relationship, these two people, and they have forgotten about the pains from the past, much like the woman giving birth is forgetting about the birth pain and want another child. So the child is a symbol for any kind of new beginning, a new relationship, a new endeavor in work, new hope for the future. We want something and we forget about all the troubles, or maybe the money we need to raise the child, or the time it takes to raise the child, or that we might not have the most stable relationship. So are we going to have two parents to the child? Are both invested in this? And as a child is a metaphor here, it can be an actual child, but for most people it will be a metaphor. Your mindset when you want to start something new, you don't see the problems, you just see the opportunities. And this is how it needs to be, because in other case no one would start anything new. And you need to be a little bit blue-eyed and naive at this point, but don't be blue-eyed and naive through the whole journey. This is almost like the yellow brick road here. So you can also watch the Wizard of Oz, which is a very archetypal fairy tale about it's probably a story about a big fat narcissist and a girl that wants this narcissist to be healed. But this also mirrors something inside of you, where you have almost like a lost part that you are not supposed to install it on the outside of you. You're supposed to install it on the inside of you, and you're doing a great job here, but then it is probably going to come as a person on the outside of you again. So you go on this yellow brick road together. It's this journey here. I was going to say something else, but I was kind of thrown off by the road in all these cards here. We have a road there as well, the new road, and then here's the road. So again, I'm definitely feeling like you're going to meet someone and you're going to start a new journey together. And as I said, we need to be blindfolded in the beginning of this journey so that we can deal with the problems as they come. Because if we saw all the problems at once, we wouldn't even set foot on this road. But just be prepared that there's going to be obstacles on the road, and you need to be able to see the red flags so you don't become so resilient, or so it's like you are able to take great many hits without really being aware that this is what you are doing. So you're just getting over it, when you really maybe should react to it and deal with it. Like the Eight of Rods here. Now this person is offering you the Eight of Rods. Can we talk it through? But anytime you see the red flag, you need to offer this. And if the other person doesn't want to talk or discuss in a calm, nice way with you, and you need to also address it in a calm, nice way so that the person wants to talk with you. And if they don't want to, they probably like things in the way when it hurts you, okay? So they like it in the way it is, and that way hurts you. And that is a big fat red flag. So you need to be like always looking that the other person is on board with you, and that they actually are like giving something to the situation as well, not just taking, because you're very good on giving. And then we have the Star card here. So the divine is very enthusiastic for this new beginning. They see you will become very happy. The only thing is that you need to remember to have these old boundaries. You fought this big war for the reason of, being able to have the four corners of your castle, being able to have a door to kick people out of. So remember that you have these tools, and don't become a person just sitting on the grass without your castle again, and feeling like a beggar maybe outside someone else's door. Okay. So I will try some new cards that I did yesterday to kind of help out a client of mine that wanted to start a new journey. Question of divine timing. So if you have felt like you are blocked before, it is because it's a question of divine timing. And this, when this comes, it's going to be different for different people, because Two of Rods, it's holding back. So it's a situation where the timing isn't exactly right. You need to close the door until it's the correct time to open the door. And this will be here in the future. So it will be a little bit different for different people. But if you feel blocked, if you feel like, oh, I'm getting nowhere, it's because it's a question of divine timing. And you can't just, it can't happen before it's meant to happen. And advertise your availability. So this means that if you want love, for example, in your life, you need to show other people that you're open for business, flirt, love, talk with people that you're interested to. You can't, oh, I would love a person like that in my life, but I'm going to hide my intentions because probably they don't want the same. That's not going to work very well. So if you want to get up one of these ugly fishes, you need to actually, fish. So advertise your availability. It might also mean, going on out online, or going on, I don't know, singles cruise, or go on a class where there's people in your interest sphere that have the same interest as you, maybe the same age as you, and the same someone that can be a good partner. With the Four of Nuggets, Two of Rods, you can also be a little bit maybe staying indoors. There is a block. Yes, you are staying indoors and not advertising yourself. Have a positive and happy attitude to life. So it's a good time to actually get over the ugly past and be ready for a beautiful future. So even if you have been forced to be very logic, very kind of a hard-ass warrior here in the past, now it's time to take off the armor, the sword, and kind of invite people in to start to give chances, to start to fish a little bit. And I will see one last card. Too much drama. Yes, this is about the red flags. If it's too much drama, take a step back. You don't have to engage at that point. If you are being too dramatic, you can say, I'm too dramatic right now. I probably need to deal with my own problems today. I'm sorry. I know we had a date, but I feel I'm getting super pissed with you and I have no good reason. And if the person says, well, that's fine, I would love to help you with this, that's a wonderful person, okay? But in other case, take this time to figure out, okay, what triggered me? And you might figure out that, okay, the thing that they said last week. And you also need to think, is this really valid? Because sometimes we can be triggered by something someone said because it's similar to something someone else said in the past, but this person right now doesn't have these bad intentions. So we really need to work with the things that triggers us, and we can also ask a lot of questions. What did you mean with this? And what's your point? And if we see that the person is avoidant of the questions, then it might be the time to take even more steps back, because then we are onto something. Maybe you are telling them the truth. This, what you have discovered, is the truth, and they don't want to talk about it because they don't want to be they don't want you to reveal their secret. So for example, let's say that the person they don't call you as they did before, and you ask them about this and they are avoidant, then probably you're on to something. If they don't call you as much, take a step back. Don't create a lot of drama in this. Don't become too attached to a person. Be lovey-dovey and open-hearted, but you know, don't chase someone where you are not welcomed, or where you feel like there's something missing. And also ask for what you want. Figure out what it is that you want and ask for it. Okay. So I want to take a card also from Romance Angels to see a little bit more. What's the next step here? Because children, your love life is being affected by children. I talked a lot about children here with this, and we can see the two children here. So it might be like a twin flame relationship, or two people that's on a road that neither of them are really skilled at. So you need to understand that no one of you, not the other person, is an expert. So it's kind of learning by doing. And it might also have to do with real children. I don't see children being produced at a later stage here, but maybe this is going to be an issue about children. But anyway, children are new beginnings. It's some kind of baby that wants to be born here. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. And if you like my content and want to see more videos like this on how to heal yourself and make yourself ready for that true romantic partner of yours, or if you just want to work on spiritual growth, remember to subscribe and hit the bell notification to get a heads up when a new video is ready and waiting for you. You can also get access to my premium content membership if you click the join button after you have clicked the subscribe button, or follow the link to the description in the description box. You can also help my channel out to sharing this video with like-minded. So thank you so much for being on this journey with me. I'm truly grateful for my wonderful, loving and supporting viewers. Until next time, stay truly blessed and bye-bye.